What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another edition of Futbol Americans. He is Alejandro Moreno. I'm Christina Alexander. Good morning or a good night for some of us, right?
I can tell you that Daddy's usually sleeping right now. I'm just saying, I'm usually snuggly right now.
It's a night here for Ale Moreno. Not so night for Mauricio Pedrosa and Hercules Gomez. We're in the East Coast. It's late. Much earlier for you gentlemen who are in Las Vegas. Tell us why you're there, Herc.
We are in Las Vegas. It's UFC 317. It's International Fight Week. Ilia Topuria versus Charles Oliveira. And we brought Ahora Nunca ESPN Deportes down here to cover it. We miss you guys.
The fact that we are in the West Coast does not mean that we're less tired than you guys. So do not take us for granted. We are also about to go to bed after the show wraps.
And if anybody's taken for granted, it's the people that are still in studio that didn't get to travel. Yeah.
It's not a competition.
I'm just saying.
It's not a competition. You know what is a competition, though? Club World Cup, Real Madrid facing Salzburg a little bit ago, fresh out of the oven and trying to find one on here. Jude Bellingham for Vini Junior, Ale.
A good combination by Real Madrid, and Vini should have scored, and so being a good save.
Fran Garcia with the interception. Bellingham looking up, and what a pass here for Vini, who had another opportunity, didn't waste this one.
Good movement from Gonzalo Garcia, takes the defender away, creates a passing lane from Jude Bellingham. Beautiful vertical pass from Jude Bellingham. And Vini Junior in a much more central position.
Yep.
Able to utilize the speed, the change of pace, dip with the shoulder, and more importantly, the finish.
We'll talk about that central position here in a few minutes. But before, not done yet, before halftime, Real Madrid said, why not? Let's put it 2-0. Fede Valverde said, bet.
And while it is from a deflection that Arda Güler gets involved, once again, let me just repeat, copy-paste, a central position from Vini Junior that then allows him, with a lot of vision, to find Federico Valverde 2-0.
Yeah, quite the pass here, and they weren't done yet. Last minutes of the game, another deflection. Gonzalo Garcia was there to make it 3-0.
I like his work rate. I like what he has brought to Real Madrid in the absence of Kylian Mbappe. And then he rewards all that work rate with a beautiful finish, 3-0 Real Madrid.
Yeah, they're on to the knockout stage. A little bit more of the numbers that we saw from tonight. Possession favorably, not that much there for Real Madrid, but we'll talk about their next rivals here in a few minutes because there was more action here in Group H. Al Hilal taking on Pachuca, who wanted to at least get 1 point, but they got one golazo against them here, Ale.
Golazo, it also helps that the goalkeeper comes out for no reason. Hunting for butterflies, it makes it easier for the attacking player. Once you think it over the top, there's only one outcome, and that outcome is a finish.
And not getting a proper first touch on it helped too.
It actually helps even more when the goalkeeper is out of position.
95th minute, Marcos Leonardo onside, rounds the keeper, makes it 2-0.
Not exactly the best line defensively from Pachuca.
Yep.
And really, Marco Leonardo hasn't done a whole lot. He wasn't even coming back to get the ball. He says, look at me, 1v1 with the goalkeeper. Let me just run by him, finish 2-0.
Yeah, 7 goals conceded from Pachuca in this Club World Cup. 0 points that they saw, and still not a great outing here from Jimmy Lozano and company. You could see it clear as day there. 0 points for them. Salzburg is out as well. Only 4 points. Al Hilal making it through. They did tie 1-1 against Real Madrid. So a lot to break down here from what we saw from this Real Madrid side, especially from tonight. Herc, who stood out to you specifically the most? I know Ale touched on a lot about where Vini Junior was playing tonight.
Yeah, it has to be Vini Junior. Vini Junior, who was heavily criticized, Vini Junior, when everybody saw that it'd be Xabi Alonso and they talked about the sacrifice for the team. They singled out Vini Junior. Mbappe's not been here. He's been ill, not feeling well. So all eyes, all pressure on Vini Junior. And I thought it was one of his best games. I thought he bought into the system. And granted, there are a lot of things you got to iron out with this three-back system of Xabi Alonso and the tandem up top, but I thought he was very good. The goal was special. The pace, the finishing ability with the left, but the assist that he gives Valverde was vintage Guti to Benzema 2009-2010 season. It was a piece of work, a piece of art. He seems to be buying in to the position. That's the positive right there. It's Vini Jr. and how he looked this game. We have to keep in mind who the opponent was, Salzburg.
Right.
We have to keep in mind the amount of chances that Real Madrid also gave up on the defensive end. But slowly but surely, they're getting the idea of how Xabi Alonso wants them to play compact. Vini Jr. is getting an idea of the responsibility that he will have. And I know Mbappe's not been out there yet, and Gonzalo Garcia has shown good things, but I'm very eager to see a tandem of Mbappe and Vini Jr.
I don't know if that's going to happen, and I agree with what Herc said regarding Vini Jr. I thought he was really good. He was called out by his manager the day before regarding his work rate, how much he would help defensively to the team, something that Carlo Ancelotti already addressed last season. But to me, one of the reasons why Vini looks so good is Jude Bellingham. And Jude Bellingham admitted that he probably needs surgery on that shoulder that's been bothering him for a year and a half now. But the vision that Jude Bellingham brings to this team in that position, having Tchouaméni, having Arda Güler, that gives him a little more freedom to be creative. And that vision to Vini's goal was fantastic. And that was a recurring thing during the game. So, yes, Vini was really good. But if this is the version that we're going to see from Jude Bellingham under Xabi Alonso, then Jude Bellingham has a chance to become one. He's already one of the best midfielders in the world, but I think he can be exceptional playing for Real Madrid and having that ability to assist either Vini, Mbappe, whoever's playing up front. Vini was great, but let's just not take Jude Bellingham for granted. Fantastic game tonight as well.
What do you think, Ale?
Well, I think there are many things to digest and process here for Real Madrid. We've overlooked the conversation of this back three, which some may dismiss it, but Xabi Alonso kind of presented this towards the end of the match against Pachuca, and it was sort of kind of a throwaway comment, and then we show up into the next match, and here we are. The conversation was back then, well, who's going to play in the center-back position? Well, it's not the center-back position. It's actually three center-back position. And so, therefore, you're having now more of that influence of Xabi Alonso. And what is he trying to do with this back three? Well, he wants to free up Trent Alexander-Arnold to get up and down the right-hand side, and in the case of Fran Garcia, to do the same down the left-hand side. But it's far more about Trent Alexander-Arnold having the freedom to either get up and down the right-hand side or tuck inside and help in the midfield, because his passing ability gives this team a natural outlet as they transition forward. And as they try to transition forward, a couple of things that need to happen is, yes, Jude Bellingham has to join in the attack, which he did today. Not only did he join in the attack through his passing, he joined in the attack running with the ball. And when Jude Bellingham gets running with the ball, he is gliding past people. You just have a natural strength and athleticism about Jude Bellingham games that is easy to appreciate. He also joins in the attack without the ball being yet another option inside the 18-yard box. And if all of that is going to work, then what you really need in front of you is two players that are going to work together. Now, if you go back to last season, and the guys mentioned the name of Kylian Mbappe down the middle, Vini all the way down to the left.
Yeah.
If you go back to the game against Pachuca, it was obvious to see Xabi Alonso time and time again telling Vini Jr., bro, you got to get closer to the ball. You got to get more central. You can't just hang out there on the left-hand side. You have to take a more central position so that you and the center forward, in this case, Gonzalo Garcia, can actually work off of each other. And if you look at that goal that I agree, the pass by Jude Bellingham was beautiful.
Yeah.
The movement of Gonzalo Garcia takes the defender away, which then creates a passing lane for Jude Bellingham. And now Vini, in a more central position, gets inside of his defender. And now you have the ability of Vini taking over. And now he's dribbling. And now it's the dip of the shoulder. And now there is a finish. There were a lot of things to like about Real Madrid today. But what I would say, the most important thing of all of this is, what happens when Kylian Mbappe comes back? And why is that important? You see Gonzalo Garcia, and while he's not Kylian Mbappe, he's running around, chasing around defenders, winning possession back. He's actually leading the line in the counter press of Real Madrid, which allows Real Madrid, and they did this in the first half, the whole first half, was winning the ball in the attacking half. Right away. We're regaining possession right away. And it starts with that forward partnership of guys actually willing to press. Gonzalo Garcia is doing the work.
Yeah.
So Kylian Mbappe is going to have to do the work. And Vini Junior is going to have to do the work. He did it today for the first 45 minutes. The question then becomes, when Mbappe comes back, are they both going to do the work? And if they do, then this team becomes really scary to play against.